the more I find out about Discord, the more I realize it's an extremely woke company. And when I see headlines like this coming from a woke company, I run the other way because I'm like, yikes. By the way, this is a very similar headline to what came out in 2023 with what the ESRB was trying to do with face scanning to make sure it wasn't a kid playing the game first. I don't know why we need to remind these companies this, but I'm a dad, I am a parent, I am in charge of what my kids access, and I have that responsibility. That is my responsibility. I do not want these companies getting facial scans of my kids if I'm not authorizing that. That is, especially when I know the types of people that work at these companies, that is not cool with me. This article comes from Dexerto. It says Discord is testing new face scanning feature to verify age. This is some dystopian stuff. Like this better not ever fly ever. Because once you start going down this road and accepting this kind of stuff for kids, and you see the people working at the company, you want to call them people working at these companies that get to look at the information or trust that it's totally secure. They're not looking at it, bro. It's all automated. Sure it is. Discord is testing a new feature that requires users to submit a face scan or send a photo of their ID to access explicit content. Which, by the way, on the surface, it could be like, oh, look at them trying to do something to prevent people from accessing bad content or whatever. I'm like, bro, welcome to the internet. First day? Like what? What? Since its initial release in 2015, Discord has been a popular instant messaging app, whether in the gaming space or other communities. Despite its useful features, however, the app also has its share of problems related to underage users. I mean, again, welcome to the internet. With that in mind, the platform has just started rolling out a new age verification feature, which is currently all. Would you look at the two places that are enabling this? Imagine my shock when you find out that it's available in the UK and Australia. Now, those of you who have been coming to this channel and these live streams for a while, when you hear that, let me know your current levels of shock. That the UK and Australia are the two these, by the way, these two wokey governments work hand in hand with each other on everything. They are part of the WEF. They work in tandem. Anytime Australia enacts some ridiculous you can't say that law, then the UK is right behind them saying, yep, you can't say that here either. It's very dystopian. And yikes, UK and Australia. They're like the California outside of America. Discord described this method as an experiment, in quotes, explaining that it has been designed to help users manage content filter. Hey, we're from the government. We're here for your protection and visibility of sensitive content. How about if you don't want to see it, don't go to those places? Because anything that I've learned on the internet is like, this shit is available. If you want to go find it, it's there for you. You don't need a company to be like, hey, let me make sure that this won't be shown to you if you will find it offensive. Like, bro, I'm not going to be in those areas, okay? That's not for me. I don't give a shit about that stuff. Discord's age verification feature explained. Okay, let's hear it. The age verification feature essentially prevents access to explicit content for those whose ages have yet to be verified. Some content in the app is flagged with sensitive media filter. What? Why can't people see things? What are we afraid of? What are we afraid of? Like, first off, again, I always go back to, because I can speak like as a father. Like, I don't want my kids like seeing this kind of stuff or dealing with this world or with any of that. But guess what? As their father, I watch what they do. I'm part of their life. I'm in tune with this kind of stuff. I know that they don't do this kind of stuff. They don't care about any of this kind of stuff. If there are kids out there looking into this kind of stuff, where are their parents? They're trying to use that as that excuse so that they can get these pictures of the kids. It's crazy to me. I'm like, this doesn't happen. Kids don't look for this stuff. Like, it doesn't find them. They don't. I don't let my son on Discord. He's asked me, and I said, no, just straight up, no, you're not old enough. And he's like, but please. I'm like, no. that's all it is. What Discord is doing is they're like, oh, no, don't worry, parents. We're making it so much more protective that you can let your kids onto it because it will be safe for them. I'm like, first off, I don't care. First, I don't want my kids being sucked into this electronic digital world where they just sit on it all the time. I want them to go outside, play basketball, go touch grass, play video games when they want to. But you start going down this world, it's like it takes over your life. Right? Radioactive actual parenting in 2025, a rare gem. That's exactly right. Asian Sword Master says, I'm more worried about the creepos working at Discord. That's my point with all of this, is I will trust my parenting over your automated bots that take pictures of my kids. Okay. Yikes. The first option is to allow the app's access to the user's camera to complete and submit a face scan. By the way, that's how it starts. They're like, oh, we'll give you a couple options, guys, and then it gets filtered down. The second option requires user to send a clear photo of their ID. Oh, yeah. Totally trust us with your ID, by the way. We're not going to have any data breaches like Sony. No one's going to steal all your information, guys. Totally trust us with that. Once that's set up, the user will receive direct message confirming their age group on their account. It's natural to be concerned when you have to share sensitive information. But let me put you at ease, guys, because according to Discord, the required information users share for age verification method they choose is only used for the one time and is not stored by Discord or its vendor. By the way, source, trust me, bro. It's not. Like, it's just not. Trust us. Like, we would never do that. Like, how many other hundreds of companies that have straight up done that and lied to people about it? Like, what? For face scan, the solution our vendor uses operates on device, which means there is no collection of any biometric information when you can scan for your face. If you have to go through all this to be like, don't worry, we're not keeping your face, we're not doing any of this, we're not doing that. Don't even go down this road. Don't do it. Nobody's asking for this. Who is asking for this? You're trying to do this so that your company's worth more because you get more users. At the end of the day, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to indoctrinate more kids into your network and get more of them in there. Yikes. In addition, it's worth noting that the user's account could be banned if they're below the age requirement. Though if they're falsely banned, they could submit an appeal. But anyways, I just want to talk about this because when I saw this, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. At this point, I keep saying this. I'm glad I was born when I was, because growing up in the world where my kids are growing up in and the type of, what's the word? Dystopian future that is being created for them, and the red tape, regulations, and what's allowed, what's not, is so gross that it's just like, I'm glad I'm getting old now instead of starting my life at this age and seeing what it turns into 50 years from now. Because I'm telling you guys, there's going to be a breaking point with society. People are not going to put up with this. They can't. I think COVID was almost like a test run to see how much people would put up with, because now they're starting to be like, okay, now we know the levels that the society in general will go with and go along with this kind of agenda, and how far the pushback will be. And they know exactly what they can do. It's, I can't with this stuff. But anyways, I'll leave that there. Mr. YouTube says, couldn't you just hold up a picture of someone else and be scanned in? I wonder about the technology with that. Edmund Holly for 2 says, hey, Smash, what do you think about AI? I mean, it's a double-edged sword. It's great for a lot of things. I think it's also pretty scary for a lot of things. I think AI is going to be taking a lot of jobs, and I wonder I wonder what the dynamic of society will look like 30 years from now. Because I already see it happening right now, and it's at an exponential rate. So 5 years from now, it's going to be very different. 25 years from now, it's going to be wildly different. 30 plus years from now, I mean, I should just tell my son to learn how to be a plumber or an electrician. Because I feel like even like building houses is becoming automated. Everything's being automated. There's still going to be some jobs out there that you need a human to do for the foreseeable future, but it's scary. It's scary.